What's up, track fans? Welcome and welcome back to the channel. This is John's Unfiltered Commentaries. And guys, we are going to watch a video or a race. It is not, current or most current. It happened last year in 2025, but it's gonna help us see and analyze the state of sprinting in 2026. So let's watch. I'll be back with a deeper commentary.
The world record, by the way, 3:01:51, set 6 years ago.
To the final event for the men here at the 2025 World Indoor Championships is underway. The 4x400 meter relay. Team USA out in lane 6. They stay in their lanes here for the early going. And now hit those cones will be able to move to the inside. And it's the U.S., Jamaica, and Hungary. 1, 2, and 3 China trailing Sri Lanka here as they go to the second lap of this first leg.
No question what Elija Godwin's instructions were. Aggressive for the first lap, hold them off in the second. We've got the horsepower after you to be able to control this race. So the United States and Godwin continuing the lead as now Faust gets it on second leg for the U.S.
And Faust had a very aggressive race in the final, leading it, in fact, for a while. And now leading Team USA down the backstretch on this second leg. 2 laps of this 200-meter oval as Jamaica responds with Dennis and Zoltan Wall of Hungary there in third.
And Faust has done a good job creating some more separation between him and Dennis of Jamaica. The United States looking good so far as Faust now goes to his kick and puts even more of a lead on the rest of the field.
So the silver medalist to the bronze medalist in the Open 400, Ja'Cory Patterson. Hard stop there for Faust as he ran into that timing board, but did his job superbly as the U.S. now has a sizable advantage here on the third leg of 4.
The United States reminding you why they have the most gold medals of any country in this event, 10, and they've won 6 straight prior to the last 3 editions of this meet.
You hear the roar of the crowd as Team China moves into third for the moment. That race with Hungary is going to be battle potentially for the bronze medal. Jamaica trying to get back within striking distance. Farquharson with a nice third leg here. But now the world indoor champion has the baton, Chris Bailey of the United States.
So Francis trying to close that gap between him and the world 400 indoor champion Bailey. So far, Bailey holding his own, and we know Bailey can be conservative on lap 1. He really lets it hang out on the second lap.
Hungary now into third and bronze medal position as they pass Team China. And down the backstretch, Bailey still with the advantage on Jamaica and 100 meters to go.
Remember that the United States was upset last year at World Indoors. That will not be the case, Paul, this year.
They will not be upset today as Godwin to Faust to Patterson to Bailey gets the U.S. a gold medal to close out the men's side of the competition here at these championships. Jamaica with the silver and Hungary takes the bronze.
Well, this race was fairly close early, but as the United States started to put medalists from that.
So the crowd in Nanjing knew that something was about to be witnessed, and this was one of the finals and most exciting events of the championships, in the men's 4x400 meter relay final. So on one side stood the United States, a nation with a rich relay tradition and incredible depth in the 400 meters, and on the other side was Jamaica, determined to challenge for gold, prove they could upset the American powerhouse. There was also Hungary and the rest of the field who were ready to fight for every position, but everyone sensed that this race could become a showdown between the USA and Jamaica. And so, guys, that is when the starter called the athletes to their marks. The tension was almost unbearable. The gun fired, and the running at the opening leg for the United States was Electric with Elijah Godwin. So from the very first stride, Godwin attacked the track with confidence and purpose. Jamaica stayed close through the opening lap, refusing to let the Americans break away. But Godwin looked smooth, controlled, and incredibly strong as he powered around the final bend. And as the runners approached the first exchange, the United States had already established control. Godwin handed over the baton in a strong position, giving his teammates exactly the start they needed to win this race. The second leg only increased the pressure on Jamaica. The American runner wasted no time pushing the pace. Every lap seemed to be stretching the gap just a little more. Jamaica fought bravely to stay connected, but the United States squad was operating with remarkable precision. Their baton exchanges were clean, their rhythm was perfect, and their confidence was growing with every stride and every meter. Then came the crucial third leg. This was where the race truly began to slip away from the black and green and gold. And that is when the American athletes surged down the backstretch with tremendous power, extending the lead and forcing the chasing teams into survival mode. Jamaica was still battling for silver. The dream of gold was becoming more distant with every stride. Meanwhile, a fierce battle was developing behind them as Hungary was locked in an intense fight with China for the bronze medal. Neither of the teams was willing to give an inch. Every corner of every straightaway, every exchange became critical as they chased a place on the podium. But out of the front guys, the United States was putting on a masterclass performance. When the baton reached the American anchor, the crowd could sense history approaching. The USA had built a commanding lead, but the anchor runner refused to relax. Instead, he accelerated even harder, driving down the final lap with determination and authority. Jamaica was also trying everything they could, but their anchor fought courageously, chasing the leaders with every ounce of energy remaining, but the gap was simply too large. The Americans has been flawless from the start to the finish, and as the final straight opened up, the outcome was no longer in doubt because the United States crossed the finish line fast in a brilliant 3 minutes and 13 seconds, claiming the gold medal and once again proving why they remain the world's most dominant force in the 400 meters and the relay. The victory was built on a teamwork, depth, and powerful opening leg from Elijah Godwin that set the tone for the entire race. A few seconds later, Jamaica closed in the line with 3.05 seconds, 0.08 to secure the silver medal, which was also a strong performance. But on this night, they could not simply match the relentless pace of the Team USA. Then, guys, all eyes turned to the battle for bronze, and that is when Hungary produced a sensational finish to claim that place, completing a memorable performance and earning a well deserved spot on the podium. The athletes fought until the very last meter and were rewarded for their determination. So, guys, thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and see you in the next video. Adios.